better, assuming they went for like a type of greedy warrior. I don't know.
I'm actually really surprised that he threw away the Emperor. In this matchup, I think you can afford to keep it quite easily. And you know that you're playing against Controller, you know that you'll have plenty of time, so quite often Emperor might even be like the best card possible on those mid-game turns.
Yeah, what's also interesting about Emperor is that it is your winning condition, because you need to lower the cost of Soulfire, Dark Bomb, Malygos, and throwing it away means you're going to have to dig for it again.
Whoa! The tempo play is coming up, but he knows that there's nothing to hunt in Cipher's Malygos Warlock, so completely fine here. Why would you save the BGS really?
I mean, you could get punished by just a boring, like, wait, and then I guess you're playing around the Drake, maybe a Drake or Twilight Guardian. I guess it's just kind of fast to play this. It's just that you know there's no giants, so. But
it's fine, yeah. Like, why not? Why hold on to it?
Yeah.
I like it.
When this 3-5 is so annoying, though, it's gonna actually trade into the BGH and get another round of value, possibly.
Oh, seems like it won't.
Coin that thing.
Yeah, that's a really good coin corruptor now.
Yeah, the question is whether or not it's worth it. I'd say so, but we'll see if Cipher evaluates this the same way.
He knows his deck better than we do, and there might be like something, okay, like the coin would be valuable on a point of time X in this matchup in combination with something, but to me it's like it really strikes out as such a powerful play to coin that out. But I mean, Twilight Drake, well, can get executed.
You might want to... do you ever tap Dark Bomb? Or do you just give him a free Belcher turn that you hate?
That's actually really interesting.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting with the tap Dark Bomb, because this is a deck that you do want to tap a lot with.
Exactly.
Twilight Guardian, I kind of like it. I think it makes a lot of sense, because it doesn't die to just the Deathspite, so it might just like trade with both of those. I feel like StarSeries may be getting a little bit punished by the line of play that he chose with going face with the Deathspite and the VGH like that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe part of the reason was because he was holding another weapon. Oh yeah, speaking of weapon, this guy's got all the weapons in the world.
Yeah.
Maybe too many of them, actually.
He kept the Corruptor, and it doesn't look too bad here.
Yeah. Keeping the coin, I think, also for Malygos Warlock makes sense, just because very often you end up in a position where you need that extra 1 mana to Soulfire something.
Right.
Like, you're at the late game, you've gotten a good Emperor, but not the perfect one. So you need that 1 extra mana to get things done.
I'm still like, I don't know, I just like, it feels so bad to me. They're like, I shouldn't say this is getting a bit like rough, but it feels kind of,
no, you mean it feels bad. It feels bad, like, when you mean bad, it's just like, it feels bad to not have the Emperor when you need it.
Yes,
like, you look at the Emperor, you're like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna need that at some point.
Yeah, like, he knows his deck better than I know his deck, and I'm sure that he was looking for something that he feels like is even more important to have, but it's just like, Emperor against the warrior with a full hand, like, wow.
Yeah, and the Ooze is cute.
Yeah.
But, I mean, do you want to use it on the War Axe later?
No, I think that's the target for it, but it's also like, it feels a bit weird here, because the rest of his mana would be so awkward, like, if you chose to play it here. So I can understand the 4th and Drake. He saw one execute go down on the Blackwing Technician. And there's not enough armor to just like armor up and shield slam.
Yeah, with Bash it works because you can actually deal 3, then get 3, and that's enough to kill it. So yeah, it lets you curve into Rag, I guess.
Right. So like Bash, armor up, shield slam.
Yeah, it's enough. You're exactly good to kill it. Like exactly good.
Yeah.
If you want to.
Do you wanna give out like a 2-for-1 like that? I'm not sure.
Man, Cipher is just gonna be like, yep, thank you for that weapon that you wanted to play and keep. Unfortunately, it's not gonna work out.
Yeah, really good call from Cipher to just go for the Drake here. For a lot of people, I'm sure it would have been the first instinct, like, oh, see Deathspite, kill Deathspite. But like holding on to it made his mana so much smoother. Just being able to like get that Drake that 1 turn earlier, it's so good.
6-9.
Nice.
Yeah.
Only on the land of
double coil your own minions. Let's do this. Cycle for real. Yeah. Play the real. I might cycle 1 of them at least, because my hand quality is horrible. Like two might be overkill. I think. Yeah. After that BGH, I think I'm like, okay, that's fine.
I thought you were joking, but
No. I'm actually serious. Yeah.
It makes sense to oil one.
Yeah, it makes.
Control Warrior. How do you use both of those? Like, you can't really. So why not use one here? And the 2-1, like, how valuable is it? Like, I guess it can get maybe some work done, but still, like, I guess not that much.
There's a lot of damage though in Cypher's hand. Like, it's looking pretty likely that he ends up creating a huge swing turn, damage-wise.
Those are so reactive. The entire hand of from Cipher, it's so reactive.
So
he has his opponent down to 21. Well, you know that it's a control warrior. There's gonna be some health gains.
Yeah, you're here for another 5 turns at least.
Yeah.
So implosion with coil, if you get a perfect hit, is like the dream.
Let's see if he gets it.
And he gets the dream. Ah, he's got a double dark bomb now. Where's your Emperor now, Cipher? You need Malygos, I guess, for that Emperor. Or, you know, all the spells. He's got all the spells.
You get all the spells. That's kind of good enough. If you have Soulfire and the Dark Bomb with it. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
So you better coin something out.
He needs to throw something away.
Yeah, I guess you just coin. Coin Dark Bomb, please don't. Goodness. I mean, there's a possibility that he kills his opponent right next turn with Hellfire, Dark Bomb, and Soulfire. So he's setting up for next turn lethal, but with this wall, that's going to set him back a bit.
It kind of makes sense, I suppose, but he would have been able to still cast like a double Dark Bomb, Hellfire, Soulfire next. He would have had exactly 9 for that, so it would have been...
Yeah, I thought he was just going to like coin and maybe Owl and Imp just for... Or just do nothing, just coin packs, right?
Yeah, do nothing, yeah. I was certainly expecting that as well.
Ah, the Shadow Flame's up. Hello.
Still no Emperor in sight.
Yeah, and his health total is getting absurdly low, actually. Like, he's gonna have to heal bot here just for safety. But he's gotta be happy that no more Death Bites means Cruel Task is the only enabler with maybe another Shield Slam for Grom.
The heal was pretty good here. I mean, it's not great. It's fairly small, a small minion, but it's still like it gets you to safety.
Yeah, if you owl this here, then I'm not sure why you didn't owl last turn. But he might decide that he wants to get damage on the board now rather than wait, and maybe last turn wasn't convincing enough to do it.
The owl doesn't really like set up lethal if it's an armor up.
Yeah, he's just thinking because like he's gonna use 3 damage on this 3/3, and if I have the owl on the board, then at least I have something to push face a little bit more with. Actually, and I can Soulfire for 9, so yeah, you know.
If he chooses to go for the Varian Rune here and doesn't get a taunt or anything, it would have set up lethal. Because with that 5 on the board and 10 in the hand, it would have been exactly enough. But you know, I don't think it's a Rune turn just yet. Yeah. Like ShtanUdachi knows the Cypher's deck is burst heavy.
Well, you're always worried though. That's the problem against Malygos Warlock, is how much of their combo have they assembled. And the thing is, because you haven't seen Emperor, the worry meter is kind of still pretty low, right? Yeah, since you haven't seen Emperor yet, you're kind of thinking, all right, I might have another few turns, so I can play it a bit slower. But
is he going for a rag?
You could YOLO it. I mean, you can always Shield Slam one.
He has to get a Belcher right now, or he's gonna be dead.
He probably will. He's likely to get one. Thinking of it, so Cruel Task, not a Belcher. That's a Belcher.
That's a Belcher right there. But is it still lethal with Owl? It might still be lethal.
With the Owl, I think it might be. Yeah, with
I think it's still lethal actually. I forgot about the Owl. He played 1 Owl, but he does have the 2nd Owl.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why Varian Rin is not your friend.
Yeah, that's enough. That is enough. 9 mana total. Exact lethal. Silence the Belcher, go face with both of the minions, Dark Bomb, Hellfire, and the Soulfire. That's exactly 15. But does he see it?
Oh, come on.
He's not seeing it.
What? No, surely he is.
Oh my, why didn't he do it yet then? Maybe he's double checking and like triple checking.
Yeah, making sure that he's got all the mana in the world. Maybe he's thinking of like BGA Shadow Flame. Like he must be tunnel visioning if he doesn't do it.
No! Cipher!
I feel like I'm the one playing this.
Oh my goodness.
Well, maybe he still has it with Shadow Flame play. Does he?
No.
Okay. I'm trying to be super positive about this, man. You're ruining my my Hearthstone experience here.
Sorry.
It's okay. I'll survive.
Oh my.
Okay, well he still kept his crucial spells though, right? So he still has a chance. It's not over.
Yeah, he might still win this.
Yeah, Cruel Task actually cleans up the owl, but Malagos so far, actually, yeah, I think he might that might be it.
Oh, the Soulfire?
Another Soulfire would, yeah, it would do it if he doesn't discard it. Yeah, that's not it at all.
Yeah, but it would have been like it would have been 11 mana though. Because he doesn't have the discounts, because he never got the Emperor, so even if he had placed double Soulfire and drew the second one, it still actually would have been a tiny bit off. Well, mana-wise.
No, I think the Hellfire and double Soulfire was fine.
Oh, wait, oh.
Yeah, no, not Hellfire. Hellfire I think you can't play here.
Still 14, still only 14, he's at 15.
Yeah, so he's using Dark Bomb on the minion, and he's hoping the dragons can push. Like, Malagos is basically representing 9 damage guaranteed with Soulfire. So you know you got your opponent at whatever he's at now, -9.
Oh, with that shield block, I feel like the game is just slipping away from Cipher.
It's gone. It's way out of his hands. It's way off in the left field.
Wow, I like shield slamming that, because it's like he can go face with the weapon, and in that situation, it's going to be either he has lethal or the Drake dies. Like it's like kind of win-win situation. Obviously, hitting the face with the rag would be even more win. It would be an immediate win, but even if the Drake dies, he's still gonna, in the long run, he should be able to like close to that.
Yeah, he feels very safe. I mean, the only thing that comes out and really punishes you would be something like a big game hunter into even more stuff that you can never remove, but that seems very unlikely. Yeah, no big game hunter from Cipher, so pretty stable on the board for Stan. I wonder if Stan realized that his opponent missed lethal. I mean, he did miss lethal, right? We're not insane.
He did miss lethal. It was miss lethal.
Because sometimes we make those calls, man, and we actually are flat out wrong. But I feel like this time around I did the math correctly, and it was...
He had 5 damage on the board. He had Hellfire, Dark Bomb, Soulfire.
Yeah, it's another 10.
7 mana, 10 damage. Owl totals 9 mana.
It's exactly 15, right?
Exactly 15, yeah.
Okay.
So, looks like this is going to be the ultimate punish for Cipher.
The ultimate punish!
Yeah.
That sounds like a TV series. Where you play Hearthstone every game and you're like, yeah, Wizard Poker sucks. He probably will Soulfire Rag because there's no other way to win.
Yeah, I agree, there's no way to win.
No, I mean, it's got to be the only way you can win, right? It's like, it's...
Yeah, I mean, in theory, yeah, in theory.
Oh, never mind.
Never mind. But he does still have the Zombie Chow and the Hellfire.
Just a card, True Heart. Welcome to the Grand Tournament, disqualified. Yeah, it's not quite the match point for Cipher, but yeah, I think we can pretty much agree that.
For his sake, I hope that he didn't like realize it afterwards, because that's like some of the stuff that would really put you on tilt. Like your head just like starts spinning, and you're just like, no, I should have won that. And it's really hard to shake off. You can even, at least for me, like I can shake off some bad RNG. Like sure, like. Doomsayer from Australia, what can you do? It happens every now and then. But missing lethal, like that's completely your own fault, and it's something that would haunt in the next games, and he might like still be thinking about if he notices it.
Yeah, I mean, I have to assume Cipher just was tunnel vision, but like when you're playing in a tournament like this, that's the last thing you want to be doing. Tunnel visioning can be excused, I guess, when you're not playing with real stakes.
Right.
So it's like you can't afford those mistakes in the long run.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're at least gonna point him. Like I'm pretty sure his teammates will tell him, or at least like the manager.
They should not tell him. No, do not tell Cipher right now. I think.
No, not right now, but after the match, right?
After the match, yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't. I'm still thinking back on that owl. And I'm like, no, it hurts. So. Oh, Stan, are you Thais? Are you actually Thais? He's gotta be. Look at this.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Let's see what else he picks up. Ancient of War. Well, against the Hunter, not bad. But there is the Hunter's Mark potential, and when the Ancient of War gets Hunter's Mark, the tempo swing from that is absolutely insane. 7 mana for 0 mana. Like, yeah, has to trade in like a dog or web spin or whatever, but still.
Yeah. Alright, so Cipher's probably going to be happy to play the I'm guessing the scientist just because you want to get the freezing trap out early if you expect ramp, but at the same time, there's the option of creeper and then maybe pop it on the with the juggler as a follow up. But
I don't hate the juggler here because at 3 mana it's kind of weird for the druid. Do you want to rot? No, not really. And then coining out the wild crota signals that he had like a play for turn 3. Usually it would be the shade, but in this case he can actually play that one. All right. That's the easiest bow I've ever seen.
The easiest?
Easiest bow. Yep.
Okay. And now, if Cipher picks up an owl, he'll be fine, because that shredder will get completely negated. But otherwise, Stan just keeps putting on pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so Cipher. Alright, he's got a quick shot. That can also help. You can just play another minion on the back of it and pop the shredder completely. Yeah.
Let's see what pops out of it.
Mana Wraith. No, it's not. Alright. That's probably the first shredder we've had all day that just like does nothing. That's actually the first one we've had all day that's just a casual shredder, just like, oh, I'm gonna drop an average minion, so.
This shredder was so exciting, Resident Sleeper. Like, this is so boring, we need more RNG, we need more Doomsayers. No, but it's nice though. It's like a refreshing change to see that the one player does not get a huge advantage over.
Yeah, just doesn't get blown out of the game by the shredder turn, so it was pretty cool. Yeah. Alright, so no answer.
The counter for a freezing trap, I suppose.
Force him to deal with it right now. If there was no quick shot in Cypher's hand, this would have been really awkward. Yeah,
it really would have. Not only the freezing trap, like not doing anything, but it also like cements the crystal again from that from Aspirant. And another thing, like ShtanUdachi would have been able to play one of his 7-drops. Oh, he does pick up Hive, so that's kind of good. But yeah, if he didn't pick that up, he's drew like, let's say like a second wild growth or something similar. It's just like an empty turn, and you can't really have those against the hunter.
What also hurts a lot, I think, if you're Cipher here, is that your quick shots weren't cycled, which means you're basically top decking for the rest of the game, no question. There's literally nothing that Cipher can do that isn't a top deck at this stage.
Wow. And StarSeries is still at 25 HP. This is looking painful for Cipher right now. Like, no way to draw more than one card a turn anymore. So he's stuck top decking some high mains. If he gets high main into high main or
high main to boom.
Yeah.
Into Lothal.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but that's really, really, really unlikely.
It's a very fringe case. I mean, getting Hunter's Mark here would also be amazing for him.
Oh, yeah.
There's that. He's got a few top decks, like Owl, Hunter's Mark. There's a lot of them. This is not one of them.
That is not a good top deck.
Yeah, you can always put it down, but I mean, you can't feel too happy. Like, the knives are just a little awkward no matter what you do.
Absolutely. ShtanUdachi for sure has paid enough attention to Cipher's previous games and knows what the traps are now.
Yeah, there's the chance the Druid of the Claw will finally take a knife, but Juggler seems determined not to hit it.
Wow.
There we go.
Just not get it. Feeling like he's forced to make some trades here just to play around swipe.
Yeah, playing around Freezing Trap as well, because if you let him get 2 minions on the board and they can just rotate them out, then you go back to exactly where you were a minute ago. So
he would have loved to keep that Juggler around, but the knife's just not going his way. Both on the previous turn and this turn, just like can't land that one important hit on the Druid of the Claw. Force Roar.
Another useless card for Cipher.
Is there anything worse? Maybe the last Snake Trap if he plays another one.
I think, yeah, Snake Trap or like a Trap straight up would have been worse. Like Trap into Mad Scientist would be worse, but I don't think it'd get much worse than this. Like it's kind of at the bottom 3 cards that he wants.
Yeah, because he already drew his all of his 1-drops too, I guess. Yeah. But at least most of them. So.
Yeah, this is not the mid-range hunter play you're looking to make against Druids. Basically, you're looking to be a bit more proactive about your big drops. Force him to answer the high mains, and then you kind of throw him out of the game. But all right, the Force of Nature is going to eat up the Freezing Trap and negate it completely. So ShtanUdachi knows what's up.
Is that just lethal? 10 plus 4. Yeah, it's exactly.
It's exactly lethal. Never mind with Savageur.
Yeah, he knows that there's no explosive trap. Feel like instantly going for it. Well done.
Alright, so
game.
it happens once in a while. I mean, sometimes you just get blown out of the game. I thought Cipher's hand was great, but ShtanUdachi was better. Both players had a pretty sick hand, to be honest.
Like the starting hand from Cipher was really good, but somehow like in the mid turns it felt really flat. Just like they couldn't get anything going. No high main for 6, no Shredder for 4, no low tip for 5. Like just all of the meaningful minions kind of for the mid game. They were just not there.
Alright, we'll see if he can pick off 3 wins against Control Warrior. Wait, Control Warrior's already out. It's got to be the Malygos Warlock. Yes, it is the Malygos Warlock. Alright.
Yes, the Malygos Warlock. Oh, this is interesting. I'm interested to see what deck he starts with. I think that he will go for whatever he thinks is the best matchup against it.
I mean, the tiebreakers don't matter, so you might as well send the worst.
Oh, right, if you want to like save everybody's time. But I think a lot of players tend to kind of like
get the momentum.
Try to lose as little as possible, or maybe like since they know that the game is getting streamed, so try to like fight till the end in a way where it's like you have a chance to like just lose 3-2 instead of getting swept.
Yeah,
I don't know if it makes any sense.
I mean, it makes sense when you put it that way, but it's not a matter of rationality. It's a matter of honor.
Not a matter of rationality.
Yeah, definitely. It's just I want to stay in the game for sportsmanship and everything. So. The owl comes down to deny the secret. What's also nice about this play is that Cipher now has to decide whether he wants to ping or if he wants to play minion and trade. And I think there's like, in some cases, an argument for making the trade, depending on how dominant your follow-up would be.
I think depending on what he drew from the top, because now with that being, with that Snowjacker pickup, he has a really good mech warper into Snowjacker for turn 3.
Yeah,
so that's definitely like affecting it. If he picked up, let's say, well, the Shredder, I think he would have been much more likely to just just play the mech warper there and try to like squeeze in the Shredder on turn 3.
Yeah, this Hellfire though that Stan has is going to come in pretty handy. I think Cipher reads into the Hellfire though. You saw that trade with the mad scientist reading into it. Kind of indicates that he's fully expecting it.
Yeah, it was a good call right there. And a really good call to play around it. Twilight Drake though. Now there's gonna be 2 mechs and the Blast Mage will do its thing.
Let's see if it actually does. There's a chance that it just fails miserably.
Oh,
if it does, then that would be devastating. Never mind, failing miserably, what is that? I'm a Blast Mage and I just hit everything.
Yeah, pretty good.
Oh well. Well, he's not in that bad of a spot. I mean, you can Hellfire Coil and you keep your Drake and you force the Mage to spend 2 mana on his turn 5 to not play minions because he needs to kill your Drake. Yeah. I'm kind of liking this, but you're still looking for a Dragon to enable the Guardian.
Well, this is actually this is a really bad turn for Cipher. Obviously, can't play the Blast Mage. Like the pinging is strictly better. So the Blast Mage would just like trade for the Drake. So no real decision. No point in Frostbolting phase.
Yeah, and it gives Shtan the opportunity to play his Ooze as a tempo play if he wants to make it so. Do you play the Twilight with it? Like, what's the plan? Do you play both minions because you're playing for tempo, or do you try to get that 3/6?
I would tap. I would absolutely tap. I think that's that hand that he has right now. It doesn't look like a winning hand, and more cards would be kind of nice. But I can understand like going for this too, because now he kind of has like a better board presence and can potentially contest the next minion played, which just those and the spells instant.
Oh man, Cipher with the decision: Annoyotron, Blast Mage, or Pada Sky Golem. I feel like the spells aren't really a part of the equation. Because you really don't want to play them here. There's really no purpose to it.
The Annoyotron Blast Mage would be amazing if he managed to land 2 of their missiles on the Ooze, but that's so unlikely. This is like kind of the safer play in a way.
Yeah.
Like nothing can go wrong when you do this. You don't need to rely on getting some lucky hits with the Blast Mage. And then Blast Mage also later on, it's gonna help clear the imps. Potentially.
Here we go with the life tap plays. He's just gonna go for Healbot and play it somewhat passively. Actually, there's a chance that he's able to put on more pressure on his opponent than he takes himself, right? Because I think Cypher's on a position where he kind of wants to play defensively, as weird as it sounds, but he's lucky because Dinotron allows him to do just that.
The clockwork seems even better. Oh, or is he gonna play all of? He might play all of the mechs.
Play everything, then an Archmage spare part from the clockwork, and then win.
I think I would play the Clockwork first and then Blast Mage and then go from there, like whether you wanna like ping or play the Annoyance. Because if you get like super lucky and land all the 4 hits on the minions, maybe you just ping to get the full clear.
I like that. That makes a lot of sense.
Okay, not too bad either. So just gonna like increase his chances of taking out those. He really wants to hit it twice. Oh!
And that's a miss.
That is a miss. That's a huge deal.
And now the implosion is even better than it was. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't, you know, perfect because of Blast Mage threat. But you've seen 2 Blast Mages now.
Right.
Oh, okay, there we go. He's got a 3/6 now with the potential implosion just taking over the board completely.
Oh my! Is there a comeback in the making? Like it looks pretty bad. That implosion before, that's insane. And the worst minion possible.
This is actually looking like Stan could get back in the game. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see Cipher make a trade to hope for a finicky cloak field and then just win. But I mean, I love Lothab and Oyotron as well, right? Like there's... Nope, no. That's not it. I'm really liking the Oyotron Lothab play. I think that's acceptable. Or is Archmage just forcing your opponent to have everything? I mean, abusive BGH kills it. You know he's running those.
So also good enough.
Yeah, I feel like Cipher playing the Archmage for this value is actually not maybe maximizing it, but he might think it's safe as a result of all the cards that he's already seen.
Yeah. Deciding that just like 1 fireball, maybe that's enough.
Yeah,
you could have gotten more creative, but also with that hand, the Lothar annoyed him. It wouldn't have been bad. He could have just went for it and hoped to try like maybe pick up a Frostbolt or more spare but somehow something before playing that.
Alright, so we see Cipher with 12 damage in hand and no way to really get his opponent down any further. He's gonna have to go all in on the minions because there's no way you can play the long game otherwise.
Alright. Fireball on the Drake, is that any good at all?
That's a good question. I think he might actually have a point there. Removing that Drake might be worth something because for him to kill the Lothab, he'd have to commit a lot of resources. I mean, you're basically just denying a Shadow Flame for 5, yeah. But it could still happen here.
Corruptor into, well, Healbot or the Taunt.
I like my Healbot here. Safer than safe. Yeah. Safer than safe.
Really safe, feeling almost back to full. Cipher with the exact damage for lethal on himself.
Oh my god, this is probably your line of play here, right? I imagine he's just gonna go for a full clear, like double fireball, ping the imp, kill the 3/3, and that's it.
Yeah, he's not conceding. I think that like it's gonna go something like fireball, double fireball minions maybe.
Yeah, I think that's probably if you're hoping to win at any point, that's probably the only way you can do it. Yeah. You might even keep the second fireball if you think you're gonna need it for lethal, but I don't see that happening.
Yeah, like StarSeries at this point, he's still at 29, so like keeping the fireballs for face, it seems pretty bad. Like you gotta win this game by dealing a lot of damage with minions as well. Just using those spells.
Wow, that's convenient. BGH out the top to go with abusive, kill the Lothab.
Nice.
Now Cipher is staring down, yeah, a lot of damage. 10 damage in his face. He's not dead yet, from what he can tell, but it's not looking good. I think he'll just leave it here. Scoop up the cards and down you go to the last chance qualifier if you want to go through. ShtanUdachi is gonna make it, which means he's guaranteed a spot in the LAN finals, and that's got to feel good if you're in his position.
Yeah, another Hellraiser player. They have been doing so well in the StarLadder Season 1. I guess I'm not surprised. We were talking about before the match, and it's like, okay, well, these guys have been doing quite well. I think it's good, and I think that ShtanUdachi here, he deserved the win, and like maybe a little bit of like shaky play, particularly that one missed lethal from Cipher. So yeah, I think that this time it was ShtanUdachi's moment, and well deserved.
So tomorrow we'll have more matches. We're gonna have 2 more players from Hellraisers, which is actually pretty insane. We've got Lostov and Kuchar are gonna be playing against respectively Stan, Sivka, and Dog. So we'll have 4 players, double elimination, standard 5 matches during the day. It's gonna be the exact same format. all these players here are playing to qualify for the LAN finals, which is going to take place in October. Mid-October is going to be a live grand finals in Kiev, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep,
so
that's right.
Pretty big event for a lot of these players who might not have had their time in the spotlight just yet.
Yep, Stan, Cipher, and Dog, they're like well-known pros, and Dog especially, like going far in the Arkham Game League, doing well, a known streamer. But Stan Cipher also, he's had an awesome year, and a lot of high finishes in tournaments. Like he won the DreamHack Bucharest, if I remember right. Yeah, it was DreamHack Bucharest. Won that one, did well in VI Game House Cup too, and like. So, it's been good times for Stan Cipher, so those are definitely some of the players to look out, and going up against the two Hellraisers from Russia.
I want to see more from Lostov, and I'm pretty happy because every time I've watched him, he just seems like he's on point. Takes a lot of notes, seems to like really make tight plays, and tomorrow should be a pretty good day. I don't think he'll be with me though, Savich. I think I'll have Monk with me, right?
Yeah, It's gonna be great. I mean, Monk is awesome. You guys are gonna rock it. And with that type of line of players, I remember watching Lostov play. He was one of those guys that I was just like, when I was watching him play, like, who is this guy? Like, he's pretty good. So the group is looking amazing, and it should be a lot of awesome games.
Yep. So we'll be back, guys, tomorrow exact same time, which I think is 18 CET if I'm not mistaken. It's exactly the same time as always. So we'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for watching today. We'll see you then. Till then, have a nice one.